What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. This is for season 14. I will have the episode in the description. All right, so first we got Little Ace. Little Ace is growing up, honey. Candy been taking him on all types of auditions, and we see him rehearsing, with his acting coach. I think he may be doing some type of commercial, but Ace, he got it in the bag, honey. He did a really good job. He, missed it a couple of times. They had to do a few takes, but that boy is a professional, honey. Next, honey, we got Marlo. She is talking to her sister, the sister where the boys are staying. They're staying at her house. I guess Marlo was hoping that since her sister had a fiance or husband, that, he would be a good role model for her nephews. But honey, they still ain't listening, still ain't doing homework, still ain't doing really what the hell they supposed to do. I think Marlo, more or less, wanted them to be humbled by leaving her home. And it's okay to do that to people sometimes, even children, because children have to learn to appreciate stuff. Like even with my daughter, I noticed she liked to act like money grow on trees and, you just supposed to give me money. I'm your kid. No, you go work for it. And kids, they just take everything for granted, food, drinks. Okay, so honey, look, Marlo girl, I feel for you. Okay, I know what you had to do. I'm not one of them overly judgmental people because I really do get it. And I feel bad for those boys, you guys, that they have the mother that they have. I really do. But you have to learn to appreciate your auntie and the nice life that she is trying to provide for you all. So Marlo gets to talking about how she's been missing them. And, she's ready for them to come home. And then it's funny. She was like, well, maybe in 5 more days. She told her sister that and got off the phone. I was cracking up. Okay, so next, honey, we got Drew and we got Sheree. Sheree was the first one to arrive at her house. And then Sanya came in. I was shocked that Sanya is still allowed to come there, okay? The way her and Drew be getting into it. But hell, her and Sheree be at it too. I was like, child. Do y'all notice all the respect people is giving Drew online? Because, oh my God, the reviews, honey, Miss Robinson saw last year was crazy. Y'all was dragging Drew. Y'all was saying she was fake. She bad for the show. I think Drew is learning, the ropes. Okay, I think she's doing pretty good job of holding her own. And I've always had faith in Drew. I really have. So they come by. Long story short, let's talk about Drew's Achilles. I guess everything is working out, you guys, with her Achilles. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. Drew, I need you to stop trying to fucking run. I said it because I'm fucking sick of it. I cannot stand people that is always getting hurt. And I know some of y'all go roll your eyes and suck your teeth and say, Miss Robinson, you're not being compassionate. It's not that I'm not compassionate about Drew, you guys, and her Achilles. It's just, bitch, you already knew that you had an issue with the one, and then you done messed up your second one. Now now you claim you're getting stronger than ever. Like, okay, no more running for you. No jumping for you. No reaching for you, Drew. Because I'm over it. Like, it's crazy, you guys, how that shit happened to her. And then all of a sudden, it's like she turned around. And all of a sudden, she was hurt. That shit just looks suspect to me. It really do. But girl, bye. Okay? So anyway, Sheree, her bone collector ass, honey, get to telling Sanya what Kenya said about her man Ross being aggressive. Now, we all know damn well that Ross was not being aggressive to Kenya. And he wasn't just talking to Kenya. He was also talking to Sheree, but Sheree is an adult. She didn't go into her childhood. She didn't play like some victim. She sat there like a woman and, saw that this man was taken up for his wife because y'all kept bitching and moaning and complaining and putting more on that woman. Sanya was out in Jamaica on business. She was working. She don't have time to babysit y'all, and especially you, Kenya, and your childhood trauma from the past. And, we ain't got time for that, girl. Okay? So anyways, Sanya didn't like what Sheree was saying about what Kenya said about her husband. So she said, shit, I'm going to call Kenya up right now. And Drew was looking all funny like, damn, you calling her? Are you sure you want to do that? That's how Drew and Sheree was looking. And Sanya said, Kenya, what is this I'm hearing from Sheree about my husband being aggressive? I don't like that. And Sanya also let us know that she doesn't like anybody calling a black man aggressive because of, the stereotype that's associated with that. And I agree with Sanya as well on that because he wasn't being aggressive. And I think it's important that when we speak on somebody's behavior, we are very specific and very logical when we're speaking and not caught up in our feelings. We're not projecting. We're not trying to be this victim, play this woe is me character and want everybody to feel sorry for you. Kenya, I don't feel sorry for you. You were wrong. In Jamaica, you were late everywhere they went. You danced to the beat of your own drum. You did the same shit on Marlo's trip. Okay? You did the same shit. I think Sanya had certain rules she wanted you to follow. You didn't care to acquiesce and go along with what she was saying. So, yeah, that pissed her off. That pissed her husband off. You think you gonna be on this show and people ain't gonna see how you behave and they're not gonna call you out? Okay? So that man was not aggressive. And you Kenya Moore stands. Y'all are horrible. Horrible. Y'all need to quit. All the reviews I've seen on this situation. And y'all sit up here and take up for her. You're not calling her out on her bad behavior. It's horrible. I was watching a Forest Rocks review. And you could hear, and I could be wrong, but I could hear it in her tone where she knew Kenya was wrong. And, she said that, but she was kind of backing off and it's because I could tell she didn't really want to piss off Kenya's fan base. Y'all know I don't give a fuck over here. I don't play that game. I don't like her. There's a period at the end of that. If you have a problem with that, you don't watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews. Don't watch it. Okay? Everybody is not going to agree with you all the time when it comes to certain people. I'm warning y'all now, when I review Married to Medicine and I break down the Quad and Mariah thing, you Mariah stans, I'm warning you the fuck now. Don't get in my comments, well, Mariah is so perfect and Mariah is the show and Mariah. No. Some of these people that y'all like are toxic. They are evil, they are obnoxious, and motherfuckers don't like them. Get over it. Same way y'all can't stand Nene, we don't like Mariah, and we don't like fucking Kenya. Get over it. Let it go. So we'll get more into that when I do my little Throwback Thursday Married to Medicine recaps. We'll talk about that then. Now, really quickly, Sheree was trying to tell Sanya, you got to give it back to Kenya or she's going to keep poking, which is true. And Sanya, you got to check Kenya. You was in Jamaica. That's your homeland. You really should have got her ass together. You didn't do that because what I feel is you were tired. You had been working. You were drained, but you remembered what that bitch did. Okay? And that bitch remembered what she did, but she wanted to play stupid. Okay? And, well, what did I do? That was a setup. You know what you did. You know you've been late. Okay, you know you have a dismissive attitude. You know you can't take direction from Marlo or like, come on. Just like if you go be on the show, be on the show. Be respectful. You ain't gotta like everybody, but somebody trying to talk to you and tell you what's going on today, just listen. Just be fair. To me, that's the best way to be. They play back the part of Sheree and Kenya on the bamboo. And they get to talking about the term aggressive. And Kenya says somebody that's aggressive is somebody standing, yelling, and cursing. That man did none of that. You are a person that lies. And it's so funny, your fan base. I watch your favorite YouTubers. They love saying Portia a liar. They love saying Phaedra a liar, but not Precious Kenya. Kenya don't lie. Kenya sat up here and lied. I never used the word aggressive. That's what she said to Sanya. Fucking liar. Okay? So if you are going to be objective when it comes to Housewives, and say, hey, Kenya was wrong. That's cool. I can work with you. But all this agreeing with every little thing that she does, and you know damn well, if it was anybody else, you would hold their ass accountable. You will hold them to a standard. Okay? You know you would do that if it was Portia or Phaedra or any of these other girls. But when it come to Kenya, y'all like to act like y'all goddamn Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I cannot. Okay? So her ass is a big liar. And all this shit go play out on the reunion. And Sanya, bitch, lace up them shoes. Okay? And get this bitch together. You got it in you. You got to get her ass together. Because I'm sick of it. Sanya says that Kenya wishes she had a man that would stand up for her. Let me say this. At first, when Sanya and Kenya was cool, Sanya felt bad about whatever Mark had did with Kenya. Whatever narrative, I would say, that Kenya told her about her ex-husband. Sanya felt bad, for her. Trust me, she did. But now that she's able to see through Kenya's toxic behavior, she no longer feels that way. She's able to see Kenya as a bitter woman that projects onto other women. Kenya has always been like that. But y'all got so caught up with she Miss USA. She this. She's so perfect. She's so beautiful. No matter how good you look. Okay? Ain't no good man staying with a woman with bad energy. And then some of you all will argue back and say, oh, well, you're defining her by if she has a man. The name of the show is called Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? It's not how many niggas you could go through, like I said, in the 10-year period, right? Okay? So it's not so much of we're getting on her for not having a man. It's just the simple fact of you're always attacking somebody's marriage or relationship. You attack Tanya's relationship. You attack Greg and Nene's marriage and tried to read Nene and say she was married for the second time. But you had to beg Walter into marrying you? Like, how do you fix your mouth to say such things? Then you came for Portia and Cordell. Cordell, if you go back season 5, as much as an asshole he was, he did check Kenya on behalf of Portia. Because when a man really loves his woman, he not gonna sit up and let you disrespect her and treat her any kind of way. That was that same shit. We could take it back to season 6. With Natalie and her husband, and he got up, because that's yet another marriage that Kenya tried to attack. Natalie and Christopher Williams. Christopher Williams got up to address Kenya. Oh, he's walking towards me. And then that's how that Brandon, he ended up getting his ass beat. But this girl has also triangulated her way into Phaedra and Apollo's marriage and thought it was cute. And yeah, I apologize, Phaedra. It ain't even the fact you apologize. Why would you be sitting up there flirting with somebody's husband? Okay? That's so wrong. Like if Portia would have did any of that back in the day, y'all would have flipped out. And yeah, Portia has did some messed up stuff recently. Yeah, that's messed up. But like if Phaedra would have did any of that, what I'm trying to say is, guys, all these women have their ways about themselves. But what I noticed with some of you all, and it's very annoying, you only want to take up for Kenya. You only want to see her side of something. And that's, to me, that's where it's unhealthy. And I got some of my favorite YouTubers. I'm watching their reviews and they are scared. They know the bitch is wrong, but it's like, no, I'm not. I'm kind of going to call her out, but not really. And, nope. Y'all know I'm going to bring it every time. Okay, I'm going to call that ass out. Well, you just hate her. And when you get in the comments and fix your mouth to say shit like that, it literally disgusts my soul. I just hate her. How about I just have a difference of opinion? You're getting on me for hating her, but you're not going to get on yourself for overly supporting somebody that's wrong. Because you know if it were Candy, you would get on her. If it were Cynthia, and we also have seen some shady shit with Kenya trying to ruin Cynthia's proposal with Mike Hill. What about that? She's always, you think all of this shit is a coincidence? Okay. All of that shit makes Kenya look bitter. Oh, that's right. She hung up on Sanya too. So hung up on her, was late, didn't have the hair in braids. Like, you're uncooperative. Okay? And that is a trait of a narcissist. Being difficult, being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. So it is what it is. Sanya saw that Kenya was full of shit because she didn't admit to anything on that phone call. And then Sanya said, bye, bitch. And I know some of y'all was rolling y'all eyes and sucking y'all damn teeth saying, that bitch better say that to her face. And I'm going to say it too. Sanya, say that shit to her face. Okay? Get this bitch together. Same way you running on that field, run all over Kenya with your mouth, honey. I want you to get her together, okay? Because like Sheree said, she gonna keep on. And she be knowing, who to play with. So next, honey, we got Sheree. She's still working on She by Sheree. She's talking to Rowan. That's the lady that's helping her to put the fashion show together. So they got some models coming in. They ain't got no damn models coming in. Sheree warns Rowan about Kenya and how shady she is. I love that dress that Kenya had on. It was so pretty. Kenya comes in. She's excited. Kenya also said something about Sheree being a bone carrier, telling Sanya what she has said about Ross. And I'm like, Kenya, you know how this show go. That's all Sheree go do. Run back and tell every damn thing that y'all said. That's why y'all named that girl the bone collector. But Kenya understands the assignment. Because she said, I'm still here to help Sheree. So I like that. That's cool. You understand it. She got a job to do. You got a job to do, right? Now I'm going to say this. I didn't like how Kenya was talking to Rowan. Like, trying to tell her what to do in her establishment. And, well, we need to do this. And we need, because Rowan was like, this is how I run my business. She's very calm and nonchalant and laid back. And Kenya is like, no, shit, we gotta put the pedal to the metal, okay? Sheree, like, you ain't got no more fails up in you. And I was with Kenya. I was completely with Kenya. I know some of y'all like, huh? Am I on the right review? I was with Kenya with her attitude about everything. Even down to when they saw some of the models that they liked and they asked one of the girls to put the information on the back of the photo. And Rowan was like, well, no, my assistant has the information. Kenya is like, we ain't got time for this shit. I don't want to hear that the shit got lost. And I was with Kenya because that type of shit, it seemed like it happens with Sheree. And Sheree never has a finished product. Okay, she half does everything. So for Kenya, in my opinion, to come up in there and take charge and be aggressive with it, I was here for it. Because when I started to think about it, I was like, damn, how many times in my life did I need to be that way? And people judged and criticized me. You know what I'm saying? Like there was something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you because you want this for this person. Kenya really wants Sheree to win. And she's like, bitch, get excited. And I was cracking up when Kenya said to Sheree, why you having a quiet casting call? Like it was like done in a real quiet type of way. I was taken aback because I'm with Kenya. Like, why are you trying to have a quiet casting call? What the hell is that? And Kenya was like, I could have people lined up outside of here. That is what you need, Sheree. Okay, like, and then Rowan mentioned that Sheree needed a budget for models, and Sheree claiming she ain't got no damn money. What else is new? You had money to go and see Tyrone all them times, but honey, that's neither here nor there, okay? So, yeah, I was happy. Kenya came in there and was like, girl, get this shit together. You all laid back. And Kenya was like, Sheree, damn, you look all stressed and overwhelmed. And Sheree was like, I am. Did y'all catch Sheree when she said she spent millions of dollars on the damn, She by Sheree, on the damn fashion show? You ain't spent no millions of dollars, Sheree. Stop playing, okay? Child, it was a whole mess. Child, Kenya shaded Sheree in her confessional. She said if Sheree spent the millions of dollars, it was to a collection agency, bitch. Oh my gosh. I could just see it with Sheree's attitude. It looked like she gives up easily. Why the hell? I'm skipping ahead, guys. Why the hell is the shit all the way in Alaska? Like her samples. She still ain't got no damn samples right now. Like, child, it's just a mess. It's a whole mess, okay? Honey, Kenya and Rowan going back and forth was everything. That was a nice, natural scene. And when that lady said confetti, I was cracking the hell up. Child, next we got Ralph and Drew, and Ralph being the narcissist that he is, posing for the cover of his book, and Drew talking about some, I support my man. I'm like, girl, that's not something to be bragging about, sis. Remember, you still don't know what the book is about. He's not adopting Josiah. They end up talking to her mother about it. The mother don't feel all that good about it, you know, because she's shocked. But like I told y'all, I don't think he plans on staying with Drew. I think that's really what it is. He keep on trying to say, no, I'm really respecting, you know, her son's father's wishes. You know, I'm really trying to, you know, do right by him. And I'm with that, but my whole thing is this. Is that father around? No, he's not around like that. So why the hell would he, like, if that man really wanted something to do with that boy, would nothing keep him from him? Okay, so his ass, in my opinion, whether he the real father or not, he ain't got no say. It's the fact that Ralph don't plan on staying with Drew. And do y'all think he go get his ass on here and tell y'all that? No. But he likes Real Housewives of Atlanta. He likes the show, okay? He's a narcissist. He likes all of this attention and supply and feedback. He loves it. So if he like it, I love it. But Drew, that's what it's about, girl. He don't plan on staying with you. So next we got Marlo and her nephews. They are happy to be back home, honey. They even said, yeah, it feel good waking up to a your own bed and, a clean bathroom. I said, oh Lord, not a clean bathroom. Was Crystal's bathroom nasty? Is that what you said, honey? Okay. But yeah, they had to be humbled. Children have to be humbled. That way they can appreciate all of what you do for them. Okay. It looked like, they miss their lifestyle with Marlo, but we'll have to see. She says she has them in therapy. She's going to therapy with them. I think all of that is great. And she says she is focused on really, punishing them when need be, because she normally would, let them off the hook or not really, stand by her word. And you have to be firm with your word, because children are always looking at that. Like, you got to say what you mean and mean what you say. And you're dealing with boys, so you really got to do that. But child, I remember when I went out of town with Seth, two of my cousins, matter of fact, they came from the foster home system, just like the rest of their siblings, because my auntie was a prostitute and out here on drugs and was an alcoholic. Oh yeah, so y'all know I understand Marlo's situation all too well. So they was back home though with their mother. They had been with her for some years, but we all went out of town because they was in Seth with me. And my mother, their auntie, honey, beat their ass. When we woke up the next morning, they was crying and had an attitude. I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Yo, mother crazy. She ain't even our mother and she beat our ass. I know that's right. What did you do? Shit. Y'all know them parents back in the day, honey. You ain't got to beat a kid. They'll whoop that ass. And my mother was like that. She'll whoop her niece's ass, nephew, her kids, like she didn't care. So, honey, Marlo is being very kind to these boys. Trust me, okay? But yeah, regardless of what's going on with their mother, being on drugs or being alcoholic, whatever the issue is, as her kids, they got to get out here in the world and act civilized and treat people with respect, And that's just what that is. So hopefully, everything is better. Marlo says things are better. She asked them, did they miss her? Honey, why they get quiet? I said, ooh. All right, so next we at Drew's house. Her and Sheree done put this surprise birthday party for Kenya and Marlo. I'm like, why y'all do that? Y'all know that neither one of these girls like each other. So, Kenya was definitely way more bothered, though, than Marlo. Marlo just seemed aloof. She was more happy, I noticed, about the party. But anyways, before anybody even got there, Drew gets to telling Sheree how that she done spent all this money on balloons and flowers and a DJ. And I'm like, Drew, why you spend all that money on that? And Sheree was like, well, girl, and Sheree is an hour late, honey, because she's still over there struggling with She by Sheree. She don't know where her samples is at. Is they in Alaska, Hawaii? They ain't in Atlanta, goddamn. So, child, that was a whole mess. But Sheree looking like, well, my part of the bill, it shouldn't be this much, because I didn't tell you to get half this shit. I'm looking like when you plan a party with somebody, y'all need to have some type of agreement. And Drew, this girl ain't got a history of not paying. Okay, she This is what she do. She buy, don't pay, okay, on time, okay? So, shit, I think Kenya gave her that name, and Kenya gave her that name for a reason, okay? The girl don't pay her bills on time, okay? They gonna be dragging her ass at that reunion about this. It's gonna be funny. But Sheree talking about, yeah, I'm only gonna pay a fourth of the bill. No. Shit, give that girl what you owe her, Sheree, and stop playing. Okay, but I loved, was that Louis Vuitton? What did Sheree have on? What was the designer? It was that sweater she had on. It was so pretty. Sheree gets a call from her friend. I guess her friend is in California and then made it to some of Sheree's pieces. She's saying what looks nice and what doesn't. And, Sheree is feeling tired, feeling a bit discouraged. I felt bad for her. I did. I'm clowning her, but I did kind of feel bad for her because it's like, it's a lot of pressure on you to, get this done in a timely manner. And, child, I just hope she could pull it off, you guys. I really do. But yeah, it ain't looking too good. But I think she's gonna pull it off because it seemed like Bravo was trying to help her. Kenya then stepped up shit and really tried to help her. So, yeah, people want to really see you win, Sheree. But do you want to win is my question. So Candy comes into the party. I believe some of Marlo's friends from Miami, they come. Kenya's cousin Shay was there. I thought that was nice and sweet that they had, their family there. So that was cool. And then Kenya comes in. Marlo is behind her. That damn Kenya wouldn't leave that damn door open for Marlo. Why y'all girl acting like that? I'm like, oh, Lord. To Aquarius, honey. Let me tell y'all about y'all Aquarius really quickly. I had a client that was an Aquarius. Very cool. Very fun. He makes you Aquarius look really good. I'll say that. Because I ain't never laughed so much, honey, in my life. Real cool. Down to earth. People person. Baby, that Marlo was looking clean as hell. Oh, my gosh. She looked good, honey. Hair was on point. Outfit on point. That damn Marlo, honey. Show up looking like money. Marlo's best friend stood up and, said a few kind words about Marlo. I'm happy she spoke up. One of the things that really pisses me off about even reviewing this show and watching some of the recaps is how one-sided everybody is, and it really bothers me. I'm sick of seeing reviews where it's just like, we just love Kenya, and Kenya's so perfect, and Marlo ain't shit, and she ain't nothing but a criminal, and look at how she act, and she, like, y'all know how to polarize people, like they ain't got no redeeming qualities. And even though I don't like Kenya, she does have some redeeming qualities, like her helping Sheree the way that she did. I thought that was like real cool. So I don't like that part about reviewing this show, but I love that Marlo's best friend felt the need to tell y'all, hey, she really is a good person. She's cool as hell. Like, I guess the girl lost her mom and she knows that Marlo always calls her. She calls Marlo whenever she needs anything. And Marlo is cool peep. So I love that. And some of the girls was kind of looking like, well, that ain't the version of her that we get. No, y'all say and do shit to Marlo, but y'all don't think she's supposed to have any feelings. Okay? And when you treat people like they ain't supposed to have no feelings about stuff, I know because it's been done to me. That's when a motherfucker can be a real hell on wheels. Like, oh, okay, you want to treat me like that? Okay, we can turn this damn heat all the way up, okay? But I'm not at all saying that Marlo is perfect. She got her way about her, and she needs to mature. But Marlo is not by herself, in my opinion, on this show as far as somebody needing to mature. Because honestly, I think they all could mature. Honestly. That same best friend said that she told Marlo not to fight with Kenya. I thought that was interesting. Like, I wish she would have explained more about that. Like, don't fight with Kenya. Kenya loved that. I'm sure y'all Kenya more lovers, honey. Y'all love that. Like, yeah, leave Kenya alone. But Marlo ain't gonna leave Kenya alone, because Kenya ain't gonna stop being Kenya on this show. Okay? That's why a lot of y'all don't like Marlo, because y'all know Marlo ain't gonna let that shit go. She gonna get Kenya together. And I don't think people like the fact that she can. I know that she can. And that's why Kenya don't like her, because she know, damn, I got a bitch on here crazier than me. Oh yeah, you're dealing with a street bitch. They crazier. She done already been to jail, lost everything. She don't give a fuck. That's the mentality of a street bitch. And ain't none of you bitches on this show topping that. I'm just saying. Better check her charges, honey. Honey, that food looked good. But anyways, they ended up talking about why Marlo and Kenya don't get along now. Where Marlo went wrong, in my opinion, with Kenya is she began accusing her of lying. You lying. You lying about being sick. You lying. Even if it looks suspicious, I feel like Marlo shouldn't have did all of that. But I also will say, and I stand by what I've said thus far, I feel like Kenya takes stuff too far. She plays the victim for too long. Because even when they talked about why they don't get along now, Kenya went way back into, yeah, but what she said about my mother, and that really hurted me. How many times have you been on this show and you have hurt people's feelings? You have made them cry. You have made them question and doubt themselves. Okay? It's shit like that, you guys, that ticks me off with Kenya. And I'm with Marlo. That was years ago. Yeah, but that shouldn't have happened. I know what some of y'all go say. It happened. She said what she said. She admitted it was wrong. That was that. She didn't say it again after that. But no, you couldn't get over that infraction. Okay? And that's what I'm saying about Kenya. Maybe I'll do a video on it. That way I can really back up my point. Okay? Because I only got so much time. But I remember even Portia was telling her season 12, you need to learn to let stuff go. You egg shit on. You keep it going. She couldn't just forgive Nene. I'm not at all saying she should have been Nene's best friend season 12. But quit with somebody trying to make peace with you. Somebody trying to talk to you. You go sit up there and ignore them. But then get your ass at the reunion and you guns blazing for Nene and her kids. And like, no. If I was Nene, I would have paid her ass dust. Like, bitch, I tried to be cool with you. But no, you sat up and ignored me the whole season. Kept acting funny. And I think Kenya acted like that because she felt like Nene didn't want her back on the show. And I don't know. I just know that Kenya was never a threat to Nene because I always saw Nene as the star of the show. That's just my opinion. I know y'all disagree, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's the problem with Kenya and Marlo. It's too much, can't let go of the past, and it's mainly y'all girl Kenya. And I know some of y'all will be like, no, but Marlo be saying and doing stuff, and Kenya has to have boundaries, and you can't have boundaries on this show. Like, if you go be acting like a scary bitch, you need to leave the damn show. I'm just saying, you can't act like that. You can't even afford to do that on a show like this. Okay? Y'all know the nature of the beast. Marlo has came for everybody on this show. Nene, Portia, Candy, Kenya, why do you think you go get some special treatment or the, red light special? You think you go get some carpet laid out for you? She comes for everybody. That's the nature of the show. You have came for people. Okay? Yeah, but Marlo hit so low, and that's another thing I'm kind of sick of y'all saying. Kenya has did really low down dirty shit too, but you forget about it and you think it's funny. It's so much of that, you guys, with these reviews. And I get like disgusted. Like, if y'all don't hold this girl accountable. So that's why they can't get along. Because Kenya, and I'm not at all saying Kenya need to fully let her guard and be Marlo's friend, but participate. Be in the moment. Quit with well, she said that about my mom. And then you sit up here, with this whole situation with Mark, you sat up there, you let that man disrespect you like that, and you didn't do shit. But with these women, you trying to protect yourself, and no. You should have been doing that shit with that man over there. Okay? So they end up playing this game where I guess they call each other out on their shade. And basically, one of the questions was like, well, what would you do if a friend, didn't pay their portion of a bill that you all shared? And Candy yelled out, well, you confront that friend and you hold them accountable. So that was the whole Sheree and Drew situation. Then the other one was, well, what would you do if a friend said that your man was aggressive and coming at her the wrong way? That's when Sanya got up out of her chair, broke Drew's chair, and was like, bitch, that's why you ain't got a man to defend you and all of that. So that's what Sanya was doing. Sanya, I'm going to say this to you. I don't know what the fuck is going on with you. It's like when you was on the phone with Kenya, I did notice something. I noticed you didn't mind saying how you felt. And then it's like once you got in the midst of her, like once you got around her, you wasn't saying it with your chest, sis. They had to sit up there at that table and tell you to say it like you mean it, okay? Say it with your chest. And then you finally came to and did that. But Sanya, girl, if you go get this bitch together, you gonna have to get her together. Okay? Whatever you do on that damn track, you gonna have to do it with your mouth. All right? Sheree passes out invitations for her She by Sheree fashion show. Child, that damn Kenya was dragging her. What if she had the fashion show with no fashions? Because Sheree get to saying she ain't got no samples, and Candy got on her real hard about that. Sheree looking all bewildered and confused, and you could just feel Sheree's embarrassment because everybody is like really looking at her like, damn, this shit is gonna fail because, everything is all over the place. But I have heard, and I did plays before. Y'all know I've acted on stage. A lot of shit goes wrong at the last minute. And it, works out perfectly fine, later on. So, yeah, this is kind of typical, honestly. But it's Sheree, though. And we know Sheree's track record of not finishing things. I'm just saying. So, Marlo said that Sheree just want to have a damn party. I'm with Marlo. I don't think that Sheree is really doing She by Sheree because she wants to. It's kind of like, I'm sick of this being a running joke. I'm sick of being the joke of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm the only one that hasn't gotten a business off the ground. All the rest of the girls have did that. Even Marlo, she got her archive. She's did a wig line before, so it's just like, Sheree wants to feel good amongst her peers. And I was kind of with Candy when Candy looked at the invitations like, why you got clothes inside these invitations, but you ain't got no damn samples? Like, and it's because of Sheree's, I don't know. Sheree is so much. Okay, she always likes to put on this big ass front like she's more than what she is. She's very opulent. She's very fancy. Everything has to be over the top. It has to be a big deal. I gotta look a certain way. This has to be like this. And everything is very surface. And you can't be like that, Sheree, with your business. You got to be one with your business. Your business has to have substance. You got to know why you doing what you doing. You got to love what you do. So the girls are kind of looking at her like, damn, are you really taking this shit seriously? Or do we have a fashion show to look forward to? So the last scene is the last scene. We have Sheree. She meets up with Apollo. Some of us thought it would be that raggedy ass Martell Holt, but no, it's Apollo, Phaedra's ex-husband. He gets to running down Sheree about all his nigga problems and how Phaedra didn't stand by him and she just threw him to the wolves. I was like, you the one did this woman wrong. You the one been out here lying, committing fraud, stealing folks' money. Like, why do you want so much sympathy and empathy? She already stood by you for the first set of charges you got. Now, quiet is kept. Some of y'all say that Phaedra helped him accrue those charges. I'm here to say that's neither here nor there. After you asked and been to prison once, we not looking for you to go back. So if you do some shit to get back in there, ain't nobody feeling sorry for you, Apollo. So I'm like, why is you even bringing this up? Like, you and Phaedra is good now. I done seen y'all and the kids in pictures. He gets to telling Sheree about how men like Tyrone is and how they have a new girlfriend every time, you know, like every other day. And they switch up on women. And Sheree tells Apollo how Tyrone ghosted her, but now he's been, you know, reaching out to her. And I'm looking like, Sheree, you need to close that door. And even Apollo was like, well, you got so much stuff going on now. You don't need that negativity. And if he wanted to be with you, he would have been with you. But I'm going to say this. I feel like Sheree lied about that man coming to see her. I feel like she knew he was not coming. For some reason, that's in my mind, you guys. Because I seen that interview with Tyrone, and Tyrone was like, she knew I wasn't coming that day. And I could kind of, like, the way that Sheree, how sketchy she is, I could see her lying. I could see her lying about him showing up and doing some shit for the cameras. Doing some empty ass shit, which is what Sheree does. She has fashion shows without fashions. You got a man and we can't see his ass. Okay, you want to hook us. Okay, so you could stay on this show. Look at how she's moving. She over there with Martell Holt. That way, what? She can secure another seat at the table for next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, Sheree is being strategic because she wants to stay on this show. But yeah, when I saw that interview with Tyrone, check it out. It's with the Jasmine brand. I believe some of what he was saying. I don't trust Tyrone completely, but with how he was speaking about Sheree and, you know, everything about his case and, you know, like, I believed it. It was just in how he was saying it. Like, she knew I could get in trouble if I was out there filming with her, and I can only go because sometimes when a man do come out of prison, he got to stay at a halfway house, and then they got all types of times they got to be back, or, you know, that'll mess up their probation and that whole thing. So yeah, girl, you knew he wasn't gonna be able to film with your ass. I am happy, though, Apollo agreed to do Sheree's fashion show, honey. That's going to be nice. Apollo was looking nice, too. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Y'all get down in my comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.